170 sponsors, 13 seasons, 3 all-stars, whatever the Squid Game one was, that zombie thing in Lee. And it all led to here?
The Maude cast official sponsor race presents. Tournament of All Stars, you total slags.
Hello, hello, hello. It is I, Roger Lee Poncho, and I am back again until Nathan asks Rob or Beef or Natalie, etc. to take over. If maybe it's time to give those guys a break. Who knows? Only time will tell. Anyways, as the modcast seems to be wrapping its shite up, it seems only fitting that we also wrap up sponsor race, even though I said that the All-Stars, All-Winners finale would be the last ever one. All groggilies lead to here. We have invited 18 iconic sponsors back to compete for, yes, the crown and scepter provided by Fierce Burns Jewels. But also, this time around, losing may also prove to be the new winning. More on that later. Joining me tonight are regular judges Robert Yagat and Angel Savior, the Destroyer of Worlds. And please welcome special guest judge, Sarah Michelle Geller. Now let's take a quick look at all 18 sponsors. Please welcome back to the race, Carlton Fresh Prince, El Kagana, The Vixen, Vince Vaughn, Abby from Ablisa, Bradley Walsh, The Dippin, Euros Childs, 120 for Girl, Salmon Pinkbeard Man, Katie Football Rambone, Nuggets, Sadie Scottish Loompa, Muriel Goldman, Luan Eddowes, Temporary Member Ashley, Randy Jackson Base, The Crichton Leprechaun. Wow, phenomenal stuff. Okay, this is how this wheel gonna spin. The 18 sponsors are split into 3 brackets of 6. Each bracket of 6 will participate in 3 challenges. Following each challenge, both Brendan and Nathan O'Leary, hosts of the modcast and also former sponsor race competitors themselves, will award Flanders Ficus pins out. The top sponsors of the challenge will receive 2 Ficus pins each. Then Brendan and Nathan may also award 2 singular Ficus pins to 2 of the other sponsors. At the end of each 3-sponsor bracket, the 2 sponsors with the most Ficus pins will move forward to a grand finale unlike anything you've ever seen before, except the other 3 are for sponsor race grand finales. If you've seen those, then it will be like something you've seen before. With all that exposition out of the way, let's reintroduce bracket 1.
Welcome to the stage, bracket number 1. Up first, Brooklyn's finest,
Carlton Fresh Prince.
I know I'm beautiful, I don't need anyone to tell me. And amazing. I am a little bit of Harajuku and a little bit of hood. Up next, from the Golden State.
Here, El Kaganaraka, the pooper.
You know, Michelle, she's known for her curveballs.
Oh, I've heard.
Deja vu, bitch, I'm back. 60 pounds lighter, but same great flavor. I'm a narcissist. I love watching myself back. Yeah. She's a Seattle swinger.
The Vixen.
People know me for being like a sci-fi fantasy queen and being unafraid to tell people what I think. I'm opinionated.
I have something that I'd like to get off my chest.
That is me.
Representing Atlanta.
Vince Vaughn, the Republican.
You may remember me from season Old Testament. I think then I was so overwhelmed with being on TV and taking direction. I'm so excited this opportunity is here.
From the Empire State.
Abby from Ablisa from X Factor. She punched her in the face.
The diva is in the room. I repeat, the diva is in the room. I'm a queen of many talents. The proof is in the tapioca. Sing and dance and act. And obviously, Sir Face, our Seattle sis.
Bradley Walsh.
Ding, ding, ding. The gloves are off, and I'm ready to play. I've decided that my new title is God's Favorite Transsexual. Am I allowed to say that? I'm gonna say it. God's Favorite Transsexual.
Wow, 6 phenomenal sponsors in their own rights. Their first challenge is to write and perform a verse to a sponsor race classic, Viva Viva La Bafana Pappy Boy remix. Let's take a look. Good luck and do not judge Homer and Marge, that is for a vengeful God to do.
Yeah, that one from X Factor. Deck my mate live chaos, I'm the actor. Cheryl's shocked, but I don't do fake. She can't believe I launched on the fires. I came to win, no friends to crack, just heads to break. Said no offense, and then swung first. Reality TV at its most unrehearsed. Who am I? I thought you knew, and like Lisa, I ringmaster. Quizzes quiver, but I banter faster. Doctor Who, Law and Order, I've done the lot. Still found time for a chart-topping bar. La Graham, I'm your charming disaster. Fanny Schmiller calls and I break the script. A TV kingpin with a dad joke quip. From daytime telly to stage prestige, my inner Danny Baldwin. I unleash. Let me find out Andy Notte. Con le scarpe tutte rotte. Nando's vestito alla romana. Viva, viva la Befana. Oust the vixen, no Jenny fearsome slick. I'm back with a tool that's sharp and quick. Chasers fear me, my wealth has grown. Catch me outside Bolton Market, shoes on. Quick like a fox, get wrecked, pick a click. I'll school them a song in Oxford wit. Cat eye glare and I never quit. In the sky of sponsors, I'm the brightest star. And if this was France, I'd be Lorena. All our shit and hell, it's looking again, it's a surprise. My trousers are down and it's time to fertilize. Catalan legend, cheeky and free. Nativity scenes, it's always me. Shitting for luck with pride in my eyes. A sacred squatter with a rustic grin. Cracked in clay where tales begin. I hear these queens backstage with their mumbles and their growls. But frankly, I'm the one who makes them evacuate their bowels. Let me find out Andy Notte. Con le scarpe tutte rotte. Nellos, vestito alla romana. Viva, viva la Befana. From swingers school to a Republican slate, waiting crash a turn policy geek, but still the smooth talker every week. I talk, I charm, I dominate, that's fate. From baby or soul money to big debate, I improv scenes and legislate. Made frat bros weep and critics cheer. VV talks the most and still they hear
Abortions for some miniature American flags for others.
I'm Carlton Banks, you know the vibe. No one alive can match my jive. I brought the dance, I brought the style. Fresh Prince fame and 1,000-mile smile. Can't touch this no matter the tribe. Tom Jones hits and sweater vest. America's funniest, I host the best. I'm out to bat and I'm swinging a big gun. This isn't like the time. I cancel the gig and weekend. La Befana Andy Notte. Con le scarpe tutte rotte. Nando's vestito alla romana. Viva, viva la Befana. Nando's.
You thought it was over. Well, it's fucking not. Time for the runways. Also, you get to give a ficus pin thing to your fave runway to because runway drag matters in this sponsor competition. Here to narrate is the disembodied slag head of bodiless total slag cot Slater.
Categories: slits and tits. First up, Abby from Oblisa.
Giving you the Pokemon Jinx as styled by Elsa Scaparelli. Bitch, I feel like a rich alien.
Those are what I call some purple nurples.
Up next, Bradley Walsh.
I am radiant in this pink motocross jacket. This hair is psychotic. My boobs, very expensive.
Up next, the Vixen.
My inspiration for this look is romantic renaissance. I am owning this runway. The tits are titting, baby 10s across the board.
This year's Miss Golden Globes.
Up next, Vince Vaughn, the Republican.
Lil Kim has entered the building, y'all. And that tit goes all the way down to the slit, baby.
Up next, Elle Kaganer.
I've got this high, feather-trimmed slit, and for my tits, well, they're green.
If you're an alien, why don't you show us your anus?
And last but not least, freshest, Carlton Fresh Prince.
I'm feeling like I'm ready to beat someone's ass with a whip. It's right.
Oh, look, she had twins.
Lovely stuff, you total slags.
Thanks, disembodied slag. It's time now to hand out some ficus pins. Nathan, under the guise of Angel Savior, the Destroyer of Worlds. Who are the top sponsors of the week?
I can't remember who I picked. I picked Bradley Walsh, and I also picked Elka Gaynor.
Con drags you two. You both receives to ficus pins. Now, which the sponsors would you like to award one pin each to?
Abby and Carlton.
Fantastic choice.
Abby and Carlton.
And finally, who would you like to award your ficus runway pin to? Great stuff.
Abby. I didn't say it yet.
Sorry.
Abby.
Great stuff. Brendan, you may choose now, or take the song lyrics and have another watch and decide at the beginning of the next episode.
No, I'll choose now.
Okay then.
Or the Piper Boys Vandos remix. I would definitely like. The Gagner can have two. Vince Vaughn 2. And I would like to give one out to Vixen.
Aye.
Carlton Fresh Prince 1.
Aye.
Sponsor
Choice
Raced
of them.
After Dark.
And finally, who would you like to award your ficus runway pin to?
Carlton Fresh Prince 1.
Okay then, that about wraps this Bayage up, doesn't it? Cod's head.
It does groggily, you total slag. Take us away, Pantsy boy, to the moon. He's not doing it.
You have to really give the volume button a good crank, Cod.
I don't have hands, I don't have a body. You desi fucker, I'll just sing it. To-to-to-T-O-T-H-E-M-O. I would like to take you a whirl, you fixed it.
To the moon, to the moon, ooh, 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 I would like to take you away. Mucho thanko.
Welcome to episode 2 of the Modcast official tournament of All Stars. I am your 800-year-old rough but kind-hearted host, Gradually Poncho. Joining me tonight are regular host, the disembodied head of Cot Slater and Dr. Hugh Laurie House. And special guest host, Graham Norton. Tap of the morning to your grain. This week, the All-Stars of Bracket 1 were told quite forcefully to roast each other. And after a wild mini-challenge where they had to see who could catch the most krill from a large vat of seawater whilst dressed as different kinds of whales, in which we had to stop filming and have a medical team come in because Abby almost drowned and technically, for a split second, died in a humpback whale costume. But thankfully Graham Norton gave her mouth-to-mouth and after being sick everywhere returned to guest host. And way after that we let Abby pick the roast order and Kaganer was fuming because he was second to last so he punched her in the face. Let's see how the challenge went.
Right, let's get this over with before I start menstruating knowledge all over your underwhelming careers. El Kaganer, a great honorer of traditions. Unfortunately the traditions at play are shitting in the corner of nativity scenes like some feral elf with IBS. No wonder baby Jesus came early, he was trying to escape the smell of your ass. Now to my colourful, which is another word for gay, colleague, Bradley Walsh. The chase has been going for so long that most people don't remember the contestants were originally chased not by us chasers, but by the bubonic plague. Bradders, I'm not saying you're old, but your social security number is 3. Speaking of old, Carlton Fresh Prince, I admire your spirit. In the later seasons, you were dancing like nobody was watching. Because they weren't. I wish Will Smith would have slapped you. Moving on to our other distinguished, if you are using the word incorrectly, actor, Vince. Still crashing weddings, only now it's exclusively gay ones. To stop them. Because he's a Republican. And last and least, Abby, you punched your singing partner mid-audition. That's double GBH if you count the singing you did. I've seen catfights in Greg's with more dignity. That's my time, I've been the vixen and you've been appalling to look at. Next out to bat is our Bradders, so if you just give him an hour to shuffle his old knees and bones out here, we'll be set to go. Good night.
Right then. Lovely to be here with this absolute shower of weirdos, has-beens, and cautionary tales. It's like Loose Women if it was cast by Tim Burton. Let's start with El Kaganer. Nothing says Merry Christmas like a tiny bloke dropping his festive guts behind the manger. Jesus wept, literally. The vixen, our 6th most intelligent chaser. Brilliant brain. Shame about the face, body, and attitude. Terrifying. Vince Vaughn came on a US chase pilot. First question, what's the capital of France? He said, freedom. I said, right. Pack your things. He did so badly, he ended up owing us money and 3 autographs from Owen Wilson just to cancel the footage. Cheers, and never contact me again. Up next, a man who thinks women shouldn't have a choice with their own bodies but men should have a choice to star in Fred Claus. It's Republican celebrity Vince Vaughn.
Here we fucking go. Bradley Walsh, everyone. Can we get a round of applause for Bradders, please? The host with the most venereal diseases. Nice roast, Vixen. Here's a question you've never been asked. Fancy a shag. You wear that red hair like it's a warning label and, frankly, it is. No man survives that pub quiz with his bollocks intact. Speaking of unnatural forces clinging to life, Bradley Walsh, you lovable old cockroach. Every time you giggle at a fart joke, God adds another wrinkle to your ball sack. The chase won't be on for much longer for you Bradders. You're what happened when I TV the exorcist Bruce Forsyth. Moving on, I need to address the elephant in the room, not you Carlton. Higginer mate, you've built a legacy out of taking a shit in front of a plastic baby. In my country, we don't call that tradition, we call it noncing. Now, dragging things further down the evolutionary ladder, Carlton Banks, I heard you canceled that gig in Wigan because you saw the people and didn't think you were attractive enough to go there. Abby, you Poundland Ronda Rousey. You tried to launch a music career by slapping your only bandmate. That's like pissing in your own pool and wondering why no one wants to swim. Honestly, this lineup looks like a police sketch artist lost a bet, surrounded by Trout's trauma and one guy who regularly defecates in front of Jesus, and now you'll have to forgive me as I dive off the stage to safety before the next roaster gets the chance to smack me in the face. It's Abby from Iblisa.
Hi everyone, thanks Vince for that performance, which was genuinely awful but significantly better than that Starsky and Hutch movie you did. It's clear to see from then how much you have grown. In mass, legendary you think you are, more like legendary. Do you drive a BMW? Because you are a BMW, body made wrong. The Vixen everyone, honey, just go jump in the ocean, you won't drown. Silicone floats, Carlton. At this point you really should just make like your hairline and receipt. You might want to change your name to Carlton significantly past his sell-by-date prints. You are so full of shit, Kagener is jealous. Let's talk about El Kagener, shall we? I tried to gather information about you. Unfortunately, not even Wikipedia knew. Talk about a literal shit show. And our granddad Bradders, what a love, he's always showing off books he got autographed by the author. Stuff like On the Origin of Species, Macbeth, and the Bible. You're so old the first season of The Chase was recorded via etching on a stone wall. Anyway, that's my time. My fists are twitching and I'm about to start giving out free nose jobs, so it's time for me to sit back down and recommend everyone breathe through their mouths as El Kagener takes a shit in all of our ears.
Buenas noches, mis amigos. Sit back and listen close. Because El Kagener is about to drop more truth bombs than he drop, well, you know where. First, Teres Abby, la niña con puños de hierro. You punch your mate on live TV and suddenly you're famous. In Catalunya, that's una vergonha, a bloody sham. You're singing so bad even the dog runs away, the vixen or soul say la víbora congelada. You sit there on the chase like a lazy cow, personality. It's as warm and inviting as a piece of cat bus stop in December. You the win a shepherd but lose at being human. Vince Vaughn, el hombre que vendió su alma al diablo por un par de comedias románticas. You said to be decent, now you react and first man chills shouting from your hand bowl patch. Your politics, about a satel as a fart in a cathedral. And finally, Bradley Walsh, the man a hin in diverse only when it comes to dignity. Your laugh sounds like choking on a cockroach. If you were cheese, you'd be a smelly camembert forgotten in the back of the fridge. Sotas the line-up, broken so badly like a charity shop nativity. And considering I'm the one who cheats on the floor, you'll fucking react. Y raise my invisible glass. Per mol cenis, cabrons. Que la vostra vida sigui tan plena como el vostro historial de desastres. Translation, many years, bastards. May your lives be as full as your record of disasters. Salud.
Alright, let's get this roast a cookin'. Ladies and gentlemen, Carlton Banks here. You may know me as the epitome of class and rhythm, but tonight, I'm channeling Grudgely Poncho and throwing some shade. Ha ha, El Kagener, the Nativity's uninvited guest. You're not even interesting enough to make me sick. But I like you. You remind me of when I was young and stupid. Vince Vaughn, once the charming slacker, now, well, as Buzz Lightyear said in Toy Story, you are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity and you have the comedic timing of an orphan's eulogy, Bradley Walsh, the ever-laughing host. It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress. But you're not ugly, you're just easy to ignore. Abby, the pop star with a punch. That's all you got, lady, to wrong feet in ugly shoes. You're about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. The Vixen, as Hannibal Lecter observed in The Silence of the Lambs. You look like a rube, a well-scrubbed, hustling rube with a little taste. You're the only person who could get bullied in a book club. In conclusion, the season of the fish looks like trout, and to all of you I say flatly, my dear, I don't river dance.
A real mile-a-minute bang for your buck comedy show. Now over to the disembodied head of Cod Slater for the runway theme.
Categories: non-tangible, non-fungible, realness. Ooh, what a slaggy runway. But first slag out, dressed as Rex Woofington's triple sock blower, hot sauce. It's El Kagana Aka the Pooper. Rex eliminates his own hot sauce, the slag. Following that slag is this slag. Vince Vaughn, Republican, serving Tree of Life eleganza. What a total slag. Slag number 3. Giving us nothing but pure nug. It's only bloody brave Bradley Walshaw. You're such a total slag brothers. Slag number 4. Calling slag number 4. Representing the state of Ohio, it's Abia, who is from Warwickshire and is a total slag. But make room for slag number 5, the penultimate slag of the night, dressed as the interesting Squid Lord in return. It's Carlton effin' Fresh Prince. And lastly, final slag of the night, come on down, representing the concept of cats. It's our own the Vixen, To'o-Oti Al-Selej, if you ask me. That's it.
Okay, time to divvy out some ficus pins. Zez, which the sponsors do you consider the top 2 of the week, therefore awarding them the ficus pins each?
The Vixen and Vince Vaughn.
Well, that's right, bang tidy, as people said in 2008. Now, which the sponsors would you like to award 1 pin each to for doing a decent job?
Abby from Ablisa. Bradley Walsh.
And lastly, your runway ficus pin this week goes to
El Kagaina.
Excellent. Now you, Brendan, do the same thing that Nathan did just now.
Kagagna gets 2. I think Vince was pretty good, actually.
Kagagna gets your runway point as well.
Yes, he does.
And who gets 1 point each?
Kagagna.
No, choose another one and have beef saved because I forgot to ask you whilst recording.
Abby from Ablisa.
Nice.
And Carlton Fresh Prince.
Excellent.
Well, that about wraps this one up. Only one more challenge for the Bracket 1 sponsors to earn those sweet, sweet FPs before we tally up and see who moves on to the semis rude. Good night and have the groggliest poncho you can. Take us home, parents.
To the moon. To the moon. Mucho thanko.
The Maude official sponsor race presents the Tournament of All-Stars, Bracket 1.
That's right, Beef. It is episode 3 of Bracket 1. Joining me, Gradually Poncho. On tonight's judging panel are regular rotating judges Angel Savior, the Destroyer of Worlds, and Season 3 winner Dr. Hugh Laurie, who's, and would you zig a zigging, I believe it. This week's special guest judge is none other than Melanie Brown. Crad Paste. This week, Bracket 1 faced their final challenge, Mascot Makeover Maude. After a mini-challenge involving being thrust violently from a moving train, Bradley Walsh came out on top of the pile quite literally, meaning he got the power to pair up the sponsors, with whom you ask? 6 of Springfield's finest, please welcome. Bring back my girl. Kodo's the Alien, Anthony Fat Tony D'Amico, Jasper Beardsley, Terry McElberry, Sideshow Robert Underding Terwilliger, and Selma Bouvier Terwilliger, Hutz McClure, Discotheque Simpson D'Amico. Bradley pairs himself with Selma. He pairs Vince with Tony, Vixen with Bob, Kaganer with Terry, Abby with Jasper, and Carlton with Kodos. Now the sponsors must work with their pairing to create a mascot suit to put them in that represents both themselves and a facet of the mod cast. And we have a returning favorite runway category, worst dress ever. I'm so excited I forgot to mention I am Gradually Poncho. Good luck, and are you ready for tales that will shatter your spine and boil your blood? Then choke on these.
Category is worst dress ever, Nigel? But dressed as a fucking lamppost, it's Vince Vaughn, the Republican.
Hello, I am Vince Vaughn, the Republican. This is my mascot. His name is Geoffrey Joff Nettleton. He is known as the Wigan Reclaimer. His catchphrase is, Wigan were grand before all this faff, and it will be again. Joff holds both an American and British flag. His T-shirt states his famous catchphrase. He is dressed in all red because you know why. And his favorite hobbies are writing strongly worded letters to Wigan Council and polishing their favorite Whippet trophies.
Next out, dressed as Candy's alien Judy, it's Bradley friggin' Walsh Nigel.
Hi, Bradley Walsh here. This is my mascot, Telly Boothman, but she is known worldwide as the Blue Ringer. Telly Boothman is half human, half phone box. She is based on that phone box in Wigan that were near the post office. I have added details such as graffiti by Stamp Witherbottom, spilled mac and cheese from the factory up the road, and some hooker's phone numbers. Her catchphrase is ring me up, I've got stories to tell, and she loves to reminisce about ten-a-peep phone calls and also photobomb tourists.
But up next, dressed as a cockroach that's the closest she'll get to cock, it's the Vixen. Well, piss on my chibs, love, that's ghastly!
On Sawyer, it is I, the Vixen, and may I present to you Renard Quicktail, also known as Cunny. She is a foxy fox, representing my vulpine roots, and I also gave her a similar hairstyle and set of glasses to myself to convey a familial connection. I was inspired somewhat by Rosie the Riveter, and my chase colleague and the governess Hagarty, and also Chapel Runes, or whatever I need to say to appeal to the youth demographic. Her sassy catchphrase is keep your secrets, love. I've already sold them, implying the audience should a heightened distrust not often seen in mascot representation. Her favorite thing to do is sneak into Lancashire cheese contests, cracking bit of Wensleydale that are grommet and recite Bolton limericks as a sign of rebellion. Her dress is made of a variety of textiles to represent Bolton's impact on the textile industry. She is also serving utter cunt on a platter.
Who's up next? Bollocks, it's bloody Abby. She punched her in the face. But her dress represents the following. After a long night of hooking, Trey didn't like the session, so he had gutted her and set her on fire. But you know she didn't die, C had crystallized, and now she's a glamazon slag ready for the runway. Hideous.
Right, maybe from Embassy. The punch me and sure were dead second since he punched me in the face. This is from mascot, and called Sir Crusher. Sir Crusher, that is Russia. That's what made me who I punched in the face, we're called. I basically made it by making a load of peas and then sticking them all four together. Made some shoes out of tinfoil swell. And legs and even its fingers are made out of peas. It's a stone freak on me, I'm the full feeling all the time, it's well annoying. I might punch it in the faces. Its hobbies include rolling down hills and attending needed tennis meditation circles. They're the only facts. When making your judgments, please consider a base beam on. See you later.
Wearing some fucking party bags, glued to a corset, it's Carlton Pissin' Fresh Prince.
Greetings, I'm the one known as Carlton the Fresh Prince. This is my mascot. His legal government name for human titles and such is Splashwinigan. But I, Carlton the Fresh Prince, know him as Blue Juice Shark, I wish to represent my love of Densby mascot. And according to the internet, the shark is my offspring's favorite oath creature and Splashwinigan. Slash is entirely new to represent Stamp Witherbottom and is wearing a wig to represent Maude or whatever bitches we are here to sponsor. Would one like to see the one known as Carlton Fresh Prince do the Carlton? Bring to me the one you call Tom Jones. According to this document, Splashwinigan's catchphrase is let's make some waves and bust some moves. However, it is more accurate to say his catchphrase is inexpressible through or human tongue. The one known as Splashwinigan eagerly anticipates times when he may practice backflips in shallow water. Practice for what you might ask. You have not the authority to ask the question, let alone know the answer. Splashwinigan is also partial to collecting funky sunglasses and transmission.
And finally, wearing whatever the fuck this is supposed to be, it's our little Spanish love Kagana, the Puupa.
At last it's me, Isel El Kaganer. This is my mascot, a representation of Wigan Pope Lyric Crankchet I used lots of foam to recreate a mascot as close to how Crankhead Jeff was portrayed to look, and then I had the little turd for the keggener of it all, where I'm also known as the Pooper. Mascot Krang is nicknamed Keggener at Jeff, the Wagon Shitter. The catchphrase he says from that spot to that spot. Me words hit hard, used with an interpretation of myself, Keggener. I am very happy with the outcome of Keggener El Jeff, and his main hobby is writing epic sonnets in the bus station tours and reenacting local folklore in rhyme with Mick McLaren. But let one thing be clear and known. Keggener Jeff does not undertake.
Wowie Toots Magoots, Chuckles, Mary Lou. That was fantastic if I do say so myself, and I do. I am Gradually Poncho. For participating, each of the 6 Springfielders will receive 1 free ticket to see Madonna fighting a horde of zombie cats in concert on the island of Ben Nevis and St. Kitts, or whatever the hobgoblin place is called. Now over to the scoreboard. Sponsors of Bracket 1, that was your last chance to earn the coveted ficus pins, and once these pins have been given out, followed by a tally, we will determine which 2 of you will be moving on to the grand semifinal following the other to brackets. Big decisions to be made. Now over to the brothers O'Leary, except for Kieran.
The end, now we just decide the points. I can't remember who I gave mine to, so I'll add it.
There's awards to ficus pins too.
Bradley Walsh.
And also to
Abby from Ablisa.
There's awards 1 ficus pin to
Carlton, Fresh Prince.
And also to
The Vixen.
There's awards is runway ficus to
Bradley Walsh.
Who would you like to give your points to?
I would like to give it to the Shark.
Yes, you get to give another set of points out.
I would like to give it to the Shark, and I would like to give it to the Pooper.
Indeed. And how about your 1 point each?
1 point each. I'd like if the Shark can have another point, that would be good. And 1 more for the Pooper.
Okay, deal.
No deal.
It was later decided this was accurate. It was a no deal. Upon reflection, Brendan gave his 1 ficus pin each to
Abby from Ablisa.
And also to
Bradley Walsh.
And his runway ficus pin also went to
Bradley Walsh.
Which means kings, queens, and all in-betweens. We have our results. Bearing in mind that the runway ficus pins account for half a ficus pin each, the results are as follows.
Vince Vaughn, the Republican.
Has 6 ficus pins.
Bradley Walsh
has 6 ficus pins, and to runway ficus pins totaling 7.
The Vixen.
As for ficus pins,
Keggener
has 8 ficus pins, and to runway ficus pins totaling 9.
Abby from Ablisa.
She punched high in the face, has 5 ficus pins and 1 runway ficus pins totaling 5.5.
Carlton, Fresh Prince.
6 ficus pins and 1 runway ficus pin totaling 6.5. Meaning the 3 sponsors moving forwards are
L. Keggener, Bradley Walsh, Carlton Fresh Prince.
Congratulations.
The Vixen, Vince Vaughn the Republican, Abby from Ablisa.
For you, it may seem over, but all is not lost. At the end of the 3 bracket sets of episodes, both Brendan and Zez may choose 1 wild card sponsor each, and they will flan ball it out to re-enter the competition. However, for now, you are now and forever will be sponsor supremes. Now sashay away. Parents, a little consolation music if you would.
To the moon, I would like to take you away.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. To the moon.
To the moon. I would like to take you away. To the moon. Mucho Fanko.